This is the new Tanker 80. It will be housed at Station 80. It is a 5,000 gallon tanker. There is no dump tank on it, but our dump tanks are 4,000 and 3,000 gallons. So when you are dumping the tank, make sure you pay attention to the water level. So you'll probably need somebody with you when you're doing it. Right here is the only intake. It's a 2.5 inch intake. That's the only one. Travel around to the back of the truck, you'll find one discharge, 2.5 inch discharge, and a second 2.5 inch discharge. These are the only discharges on the truck. When you turn on the PTO and you turn on the pump, those discharges will automatically pressurize. There is no valve. So the valves at the end of the discharge pipe need to be closed before you turn on the PTO, so that you don't fight the cap and then it hits you when you try to take it off. You'll notice a booster reel. The booster reel is controlled by this valve right here. And then this is the dump valve. It is pneumatic and it is controlled inside of the cab. The chute has 3 pieces, which are located here in the rear bumper. It has one compartment located there. There you'll find the 3-way discharge, 2.5 inch discharge for hooking up to hydrants. And there is the battery box. I point that out because located in between the cab and the battery box is the on switch for the battery. Here, I'm gonna switch it on. Now we'll go over how to pump it. So this truck is pumped like none of the other trucks in our fleet. You need to engage the PTO, by flipping that red casing up and then the switch inside. That will start the PTO. Then, to put it in a pump, you have to put it in cruise control. You cannot put it into cruise control if your foot is on the brake, because, like in most vehicles, when you press the brake, it disengages cruise control. So, you turn cruise control on in the gauge cluster there. Then next to it, you press the button where it says set and hold it for 1 second. Now you can press the same button again and hold it up, and it will start increasing the RPM. maximum RPM that this will run is 1400. Anytime you're pumping it, we want to pump it at 1400 RPM. To turn it off, you can just hit the brake and then switch off on the cruise control. To drive this thing and put it into drive, you'll notice there's a steering column over here. It's not used like a normal steering column. You don't pull it down. All you do, with your foot on the brake, you flip it into drive, which will be the D, and now it's in drive. The same thing happens. You put it into neutral, and if you want to go into reverse, just flip it to the R, and now it's in reverse. And the last thing that you need to know is the lights. The lights are located in a gauge cluster right here. The top two to the left, that say front and rear, are the emergency warning lights. The ones on the right hand side, ground left, ground right, are scene lights. Now you're armed with the knowledge to pump this beast.